I love the haircut. I love how you felt after getting the haircut, but it always felt like I wasn't getting that. So it made me like, I want to be that guy when I give people my all, people can feel like confident, people can feel empowered. So that's what made me want to become a barber.
Welcome to another episode of More Than a Barber. I am your host, AP, and listen, I cannot wait to get into this conversation. We got a good one for you today, and I want you to grab your seatbelts and buckle them up, because I promise you, we got a great one for you today. But before we get started, as you know, we're building an incredible community right here at the More Than a Barber community. Make sure you like and subscribe this actual episode so that you can stay tuned to all of the information that we're getting ready to drop very, very, very soon. But yo, check this out. So I got my guy here today. Man, this guy is a husband. He's a father. He's an entrepreneur, a barbershop owner. He nearly has 30,000 followers on IG, along with his private community, the PMC community. None other than PMC, the barber. What's up, my guy?
What's up, brother? How you
How
doing?
you doing, bro?
God.
It's been a minute, man. Look, we're trying to reach. How you been, man? What's
I'm
good in
great,
your
brother.
world?
Man, it's good, brother, man. Just living and just enjoying the journey so far, brother. Just living day by day, man.
That's what's up. Well, you fresh, man. You got your boots on. You got your cowboy hat on, man.
Nah,
yeah,
thank
you're
you,
looking
brother.
fresh, man.
Thank you. Out here repping Texas, baby.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So look, man, I have obviously been watching you for quite some time, and we had some business back in the day where we worked together. But man, to see where you are today, man, I want to tell you before we get into the conversation that I'm mad excited for you and proud of you, bro. You're doing some amazing things, bro.
Nah, thank you, brother. It means a lot, brother.
Absolutely, man. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't even want to keep them waiting, man. I don't even want to keep them waiting. So, man, you have your own barbershop, and we were talking offline, but you tell me that you have 2 locations and you're opening up your 3rd location. Man, walk me through all of that. What's going on, man?
Man, brother. So I mean, it's just crazy just to see how much of an impact the community has been taking. Not only that, bro, but also how Denton has opened their arms to us. So I mean, it's been amazing being able to grow with them and just expanding in that whole community. But man, I'm excited to chop it up with everybody here watching as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, let's get right into it, man. I know back in when we were working together, you had a dream to be a shop owner. You wanted to expand and do some things that was. You're very creative. Let me just say that. You're very creative. So you had a dream to do something that was on your level as it relates to creativity. Can you walk me through how you got to the point that you are today? Start from, let's say, when we kind of stopped working together and you transition. Like, let's start from there, man. Walk us through it.
Ooh. Oh, man. Well, make sure
that's loaded.
Hey, make sure that y'all are sitting down because it's going to be a long talk. But again, thank you, brother. I mean, I'm extremely grateful to be here and definitely see a good friend of mine also doing this and impacting the community, right?
Yeah.
Man, bro, so it's just crazy because, just from the beginning to where I even started about cutting hair, the reason why I even became a barber was because going into barbershops when I was like 13, 14, I always felt that barbers never really would give me their all, you know what I mean? Because it was back in the day, it was either buzz cuts, it was simple haircuts. I think that the barber community wasn't as popular. So that's what made me, I love the haircut. I love how you felt after getting the haircut, but it always felt like I wasn't getting that. So it made me like, I want to be that guy when I give people my all, people can feel like confident, people can feel empowered. So that's what made me want to become a barber. So I didn't even know that we needed a license, which was funny, right? We didn't even know that I needed a license. Now all licenses are the same, right?
Yeah,
but,
that's right.
Man, bro, so I just kept moving. Whenever I actually started at a salon back in the day, started cutting hair. I just wanted to cut hair, bro. I cut hair for 2 years for free. I just wanted to get in the door. I actually started back in 2009, right out of high school. You know what I mean? Well, actually in high school, 11th grade. Then whenever I was like, man, I just feel like there's more to it. it was whenever I was looking up for barbershops, and it just happened to be APs. You know,
Yeah.
APs back in the day. So
Back
shout
in
out
the day.
APs, right? Back in
Yo.
the day, from the
Back in the day, back in the
from the
day.
roots.
Yeah.
And bro, so I just kind of just started going, and one of my things, I always knew that I wanted to create a team one day, right? And I always felt like being in different barbershops, you always got to respect the owner again,
sure.
right? So,
For sure.
for me, I just felt like I always wanted more, and I wanted more, and I wanted more. So that's kind of where everything just kind of just went about, bro. As far as being a barber, and I knew I was always taking notes from different barbershops. I worked at a lot of different
Yeah.
barbershops because some fit, some didn't fit in. However, I just wanted to keep it moving. With that, bro, um, it got to the point where I was like, man, like I actually before I even wanted to become a barbershop owner, because I always felt that as an owner, you had to be a certain way, you know what I mean? And I was like, how can I be a better owner than some of these great guys that I've gotten that I've worked for? So
Sure.
that's where I was like, I just felt like I wasn't ready, and in my head, I kept putting myself down, saying, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, and I'm not ready. And I felt like I was basically having an anchor on me, realizing that maybe I was ready. I just needed to go ahead and say, man, it's time and give it your best, right?
Gotcha.
So through that time, 2019, bro, it's actually funny. I was actually trying to become a rancher. So I actually started every dollar that I made after taking care of my family.
Yeah.
I was buying animals and just animals, and I was buying horses, I was buying cows, I was buying goats. The one of the great things that I love about connecting with the clients that maybe you could relate to is somebody always knows somebody behind the chair, which is
That's
super
right.
cool.
That's right.
After 2019, bro, I realized, man, I'm just spending a lot of money on feeding these animals. What am I gonna do next? Some homie actually told me, hey man, there's a lady that is looking for somebody to take over a space. And I was like, man, well, I never even thought about opening my barbershop. What about if I sell all my animals, and with the money that I sell all my animals, I can open up my own barbershop, right?
Wow.
So I sell all the animals. I'm left with no animals. It was probably one of the saddest days of my life, right? I was like, man, I sold all. This is my dream. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
want to be a rancher.
Yeah.
So I saw all the animals, and bro, I signed the lease, whatever. Long story short, I connect with the lady. She shows me the spot. I like it. And as I signed the lease, a week after, COVID hit.
Wow.
So, I mean, 2020, I'm just like, all right, I'm jumping in. I'm already scared as
Yeah.
it is. So I saw everything, and bro, COVID hit. I think that it was one of those years that it made people, it either broke people or it made people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, for
So,
sure.
man, I think that that's whenever I really got closer to God and realized that He was the answer to everything, in my opinion, because I was like, how can somebody not let me die in this type of opportunity? So, man, I just kept it pushing, bro. And that's when we opened up our first shop, 2020. Just trusted the process,
Yeah.
trusted in God, and He provided, man. And I would say now, man, we could just keep going with a lot of the stuff how the first year went, but now it's
Yeah.
been 4 years. This
good.
year we actually are working on our third location. We're about to
what's
be
up.
30 barbers deep, and man, we're just slowly just keeping it pushing and just living the purpose of God. You know what I mean?
That I
Impacting
love
people.
that. I love that. So let's go back to COVID.
Okay.
You opened your barbershop, and then shortly after that, COVID hit. Can you walk me through what was like that? What was that whole process like? Excuse me. What was that process like? Because you got this massive, outbreak of COVID, and then the whole barbershop industry for real shut down. How did you navigate through that, and what was that like?
Man, bro, so through that whole process, I mean, again, I think that after spending all that money on the barbershop, it just gave me a little bit of time to be with my family. But I also was just cutting people like just very, very like, hey man, we got to be very careful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not only that, my wife was pregnant at the time, which was crazy, man.
Yeah.
And man, I would just say that I was just kind of just doing it like very, very carefully, one at a time. I think at the time, mobile barbering was allowed, so I was just kind of just doing it like like very selective on who I cut. And I think that at the time I had all the time in my hands, so I was just kind of just navigating through people, uh, cutting some hair, and then just really working at the barbershop, bro. And after that, I kind of like May 25th was, or May 18th was whenever the government opened us up, and man, we were just glad to be there. And I think that that day was the day that everybody was like, the barbershops are open, let's go. You know what I mean? So
It was like a party.
yeah, it was like it was a crazy gang of people. So yeah.
I got you, man. I similar situations happen. I remember I was getting ready to open up a big like shop here in Little Elm. I had the investors. I had everything lined up. And so we were getting ready to be right off of 380, right across the street from the high school. So the location was perfect.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, bet. I'm about to get a Little Elm location. It's growing, that whole piece. And man, I remember just getting ready to sign the contract. It was going to be a 6-chair shop in this location. Now, mind you, it was like you got to pay for everything. AC unit, HVAC, it was just an empty shell. But we was getting ready to pull the trigger. Long story short, bro, we went in there and we got to the contract piece. And when we got to the contract, we got an attorney to look over the contract before we signed our name. And so I have investors at this point, like, yo, whatever you want to do, we with you. So we got the attorney, and when we got the attorney, she says, I like the contract all the way up until clause B or something like that, she said. It's like 4 years ago. She said, this contract basically says in this clause that if anything happens, tornado, storm, the building, the whole suite, like basically burns down, doesn't matter, you're on the hook for 5 years. This was in 2019. And so I had a meeting with my investors. I said, I don't think I should do it. I said, I appreciate, the investment and everything else.
So wait, so was this before you knew COVID was about to happen?
This was before I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know, like I just felt like the contract didn't make sense. Like, you want us to be in this building, and if anything happened, I'm talking about it didn't matter according to the lawyer, my bad, according to the attorney. So she's like, yo, clause B says if you, like, anything happens, boom, it's over. You still have to be on the hook for 5 years. A few months later, COVID hit. And because I didn't sign the contract, I was like legit like happy, because I felt like, man, I would have been on the hook for 5, at least 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But I commend you because you were able to still pull the trigger. Shop ownership is not for the faint at heart. You got to have a special mindset, a special grind, as you know, and it's not for the faint at heart. So, man, what are you doing right now to stay innovative, to stay creative with having so many barbers shops on deck?
Man, bro, well, I mean, it just goes back to the growing up. I remember that I would always see the barbers that had been in the game for 10 to 15 years. And I saw that most barbers, anywhere from 10 to 15 year markets, when they start getting burned out, right? So for me, it was like, it's always constant that motivation and of barbers, my barbers looking up to me, the community looking up to me. So to me, it's like, I got to keep going, you know what I mean? And I want to keep going to be able to bring more value to them. So with that, as far as like, I'm always constantly going to educational seminars. I love learning, bro. I love learning because I always feel that there's always room to learn, always room to grow. So not only that, but one of the things that has made us very successful in our barbershops is, what am I bringing to the table for people, right? And it's like, a lot of the times you go to barbershops and you go in and you sit in a chair, and a lot of people just collect booth rent. But for me, I always wanted to be like, hey, let me put you on game. Let me do the footwork, and I'm going to come back and teach it to you. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons why a lot of barbers want to be a part of our team, because I'm constantly taking them to educational seminars. We're constantly going to shows. We're partnered up with a lot of the big shows. So it's always constantly like, I just want to be in the door. and everything else just comes. You know what I mean? So I'm just enjoying the journey. I like being able to be innovative, and I like to surround myself with people that know more than me. So I'm always constant. Every time I go to a show, I try to connect with somebody that's doing something better than me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from there, kind of bring them to the barbershop, or just bringing more education to the barbershop. And one of the things that we innovate in our shops is that not only do we bring barbering and cosmetology
Yeah.
education, I like to bring financial advisors. I like to bring life insurance agents. I like to bring realtors. And when we do these type of things, we also invite the community, because we want to make sure that our barbershops is a community, and it's a door opener for everybody that needs help. You know what I mean? Because
That's
as
good.
barbers, we do that. You know what I mean? I think that we're constantly helping others. So that's one of the things that I like to do to innovate, bro. Just constantly learning and
That's
growing.
good. That's good. How are some of those events for the community where you say you bring in, realtors and those guys that want to be able to be a part of these financial literacy classes? How is the outcome? Like, what is the turnaround as far as the community being a part of it and the barbers? Is it where you seeing results? That type of thing from these people coming in. Like, walk me through that.
So the big thing for me is I've always lived by the 1% rule,
Okay.
and I've always said if I can impact one person, I'm good. So
That's good,
when
bro.
we do that,
That's good.
like as far as like the turnaround and stuff, I do this. I'm like, look, I'm gonna put this event together. If you guys want to come, feel free to do it. Because at the end of the day, it might not be for everybody.
I got you.
But as long as I'm putting it out there, and if it's benefited one person, man, I'm winning already. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, man, that is so dope, bro. 1%. I
1%,
love
bro.
that, and I think that's why you're so successful. I think that you have what the community needs and what the community wants. People don't want to be in a barbershop where, as you just mentioned, where they're just collecting booth rent. You're not educating them. You're not giving them any type of, opportunities to grow. And for me, when I think about what I see with you, you have a bunch of opportunities. You have endless opportunities for your barbers, and now it's like, yo, I want to be a part of that team. I don't care. I'll be on a waiting list. I'll wait. Like, I want to be a part of what people want to be a part of, things that are moving forward.
100%.
They want to be a part of things that are
100%.
successful, even if that means waiting. You remember, like back in the day, they used to wait in line for the J's because it was something of value. What
Yeah.
those particular shoes will do,
Exactly.
when you walk with them on your feet. And so I think what I see for you most, man, is that you are really adding value to those that you're working with, bro. That's dope, bro.
No, thank you. And it's actually really cool, bro, because through these events that we've gone, I have barbers that are sponsored by big name brands, bro. So now
That's
we get care
crazy.
packages, and to me, that's what brings me a lot of joy, because whenever we collaborate with these companies, and they send us like packages for all of our barbers, you know what I mean? And we got something coming that I haven't dropped yet, but we are actually collaborating with a really really big name brand that's gonna sponsor all three barbershops with something, and not including myself, but all our barbers. So that's really really cool, bro. And I want to share with you, because I think that all the barbershop owners that are here watching or are thinking about opening up a barbershop, bro, it's you ask, well, how do you have so many barbers, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that I like to invite the barbers that are potentially want to join the team, and I've realized that throughout the years, when I invite people, it either makes them want to stay, or it also intimidates them and pushes them away. So it also brings more room to other barbers that really want to be a part of it. And a lot of the
Wow.
times, I don't know if you remember, but for me back in the day, it was either like, let's say for me, I'm talking for experience, it was either like, hey man, like check this out, you get a free week of booth rent. This is what we doing. We got a booth right here. You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, look, bro, come in, or look, bro, or sis.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Because we service both.
Yeah.
We're actually a dual barbershop, so we do Cosmo and barbering.
That's what's up.
We invite them, hey, come on a Saturday. Come on a Saturday. Come experience. Come see our vibe. Come see our culture. And if you feel like this is a part of your home, because at the end of the day, you're here more than you are at home.
That's
So
true.
I want you to feel it.
That's
Talk
true.
to the barbers. Ask the barbers, how is Omar?
Yeah.
Is he really the person that he says he is? How is he?
Right.
Because a lot of times we're sold by, hey man, come in, we got you, whatnot. But like I
Absolutely.
always invite my people to come and just experience it, and automatically, bro, it feels beautiful to say, man, it just feels like home. You know what I mean? It just
Wow.
feels like home. So
Let me ask you this. How is your hiring process? How do you hire your barber? How do you find the barber that fits the PMC brand?
as far as how we start is, again, we always invite them to come out. That right there is either gonna like show them like, okay, because most of the time we have people come, hey, I want to get part of the team, and
Yeah.
they don't show up. Or you also have people that feel bad that they didn't show up, and they just don't show up because they feel bad. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So for us, man, we kind of just talk to them. We figure out their goals. We tell them what we look for as far as like, take care of our people.
Yeah.
We want to always grow. We want team players. We want to make you and empower you to be a better version of yourself. So we like the coachable people. We like the team players. We like the leaders. Like, we want, even though I always like to hire people that want to grow. Even if you can't cut hair, I can teach you how to cut hair, but I can't teach you how to be a better person, because
That's
if you don't
big.
want to be a better person,
That's
right?
big. Yeah.
So I think for us, bro, it's just having genuine conversations. And right off the bat, people are already automatically, they either give you green flags or red flags. You know what I
That's
mean? And,
right.
and what are some of
That's
those
right.
red flags? How much is booth rent? How much? What days can I take off?
Yeah.
Or what time can I come in, or
You're
whatever?
right.
And some people are like, man, like, I just want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, what can I do to be here? Then you
Yeah.
have people that, like, nowadays, bro, it's so beautiful because, bro, straight up, we have people that come and help around the shop just because they want to be there. I literally have 3 barbers now as we speak, getting ready to come on board for the 3rd location, and they're just helping us do towels because they just want to be at service. So for me, bro, it's just like, those are the people that I like to hire. And it's slowly, just like, I don't like to force anything, and because, like I said, I feel like I don't you don't need me in your life, and I don't need you in your life, but
Yeah.
I want you in my life.
I got
You
you.
know what I
I
mean? And I
got you.
want you to be a part of it. I don't need you to be a part of it. I want you to be a part of the team. So I think
Wow.
that's what set us apart as well, bro.
That's major. So you got real estate agents, insurance agents, financial literacy coaching going in on your shop. You have almost 30 barbers. Like, these are the successes that's going on with your shop. So walk me through, what are some of the challenges? Like, I know it's not all, a bed of roses, but what, as a shop owner with this much pressure, because it's pressure at the end of the day, but it's also a beautiful thing to be in this position. What are some of the challenges, bro?
Man, bro, one of the biggest challenges that I still, as today, face myself is, I'm an overthinker, man. I'm an overthinker, and I'm always thinking, how can I bring more to the table?
Okay.
How are my barbers feeling? Um, do they feel like they're getting the value of it? And it's crazy because I feel like most of those things are personal challenges, but that's one of the biggest challenges that I always face myself is, how can I add more value to my home team? You know what I mean?
I
So
love that.
I would say, to me, that's one of the biggest challenges, bro, because everything else, it's gonna flow. You know what I mean? Things are gonna be okay, but man, just that overthinking can be crazy. You know?
Yeah, he's like, man, what can I do different? What can I do better? That whole thing.
And
Yeah.
that's why I'm really, really big on mental health, bro, because I know that
Love that.
as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and a father,
Yeah.
and a barbershop owner,
Yeah.
a friend, everything. Like, I
Yeah.
think that we constantly get in our own head and start putting ourselves down, when all we got to do is just be a better version of ourselves.
I got you. So is it hard to have all of these people depending on you when you talk about you overthinking and wanting to bring more to the table? Is it hard in that respect, or you found your rhythm? Like, yo, I know what to do in these moments. I know, because, boofering is a big thing as a shop owner, wanting to make sure that you provide the best value to your team. That's a big thing. So is it a challenge managing and navigating all those different responsibilities?
So I think, as far as challenging rhythm, bro, I kind of found my little rhythm, and I realized that as a business owner, things are never gonna be 100% okay. There's always
Yeah.
gonna be one thing,
Yeah.
always,
Yeah,
either
for
good or
sure.
bad or whatever.
For sure.
But for me, man, I'm a big Christ believer, and every time that I start facing those challenges, I always take some time and leave it up to Him,
That's good.
because I realize that through Him, anything is possible. So I've gotten so close to him, bro, and it's crazy because like it's honestly sometimes hard to express it to people.
Yeah.
But every time that I'm facing a challenge, I just say, God, this is your challenge. Just let me just tell me what to do. And
Yeah.
man, it's just been a little bit like a lot easier, bro.
That's good, bro. That's good. You know, for me, I have been watching you for some time. You know, even when I came to Little Elm, I've seen an incredible like level of success. I'm like, yo, this is PMC. Like, yo, I seen the line, I seen, you know, all the barbers and everything else. Now you got your own product, you got your own clothing brand. Like, you really can. Matter of fact, he gave me some clothes, he gave me some merch. My guy gave me some merch. So it's PMC. So you got shirts, you got thank you. Yo, check this out. I got a hat. Y'all know I wear hats every day. So you know I'm in the game.
Let's go.
I got a shirt, PMC shirt. I'm gonna rock this too. I'm actually gonna rock it on one of my podcast
guy.
episodes. You know what I'm saying? So what else do you have? You got shirts, you got hats. Is there any type of hair products that you have that you're pushing out?
So we're actually working on some behind the scenes, brother. Man, the hair
I know
product
you can't.
industry.
I know you can't share it. Yeah.
But we got a lot of things. We actually got some razor holders. We're actually just working, and like I said, even though I don't know it all, I'm just enjoying it and just creating things as I go. The shirt that you just got yourself right now, it's actually a resemblance, bro, that God put us on this earth to create.
Wow,
PMC, brother. I wanted to ask you, do you know what PMC stands for?
So you know when we were working together back, and I think
Oh,
is
man.
it? Did you change it? Did you change? I mean,
what
okay.
you got? What you got?
Is it player made cuts? Is that what it is?
Oh, hey, nobody's supposed to know that, bro.
You know, man, this is my guy. We go way back. We go way back.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a rocket too. Yeah, I want y'all to check this out. I'm a rock this.
Hey, that the reason why he knows that is because he saw me right out of high school. That's a whole nother story that we're gonna leave for later, right?
Yeah.
But no, man. So the reason why I named it PMC was because I was always trying to be precise. You know what I mean? Always trying to be perfect. But I realized that, bro, that even though we're not perfect, we're perfectly created in God's eyes. Ooh. That's what stands for precision made creations.
So he changed it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
like it.
And the reason why I changed it, bro, is because I said everything I have to this day is thanks to God.
That's
so
right.
Everything that I'm going to do moving forward, I'm going to involve him in my life and everybody else's life. So when you wear this merch and when you wear these shirts, bro, I want you to remember that you are perfectly created in God's eyes. And even though you're not perfect, it's okay. Just be the better version of yourself every single day, bro.
Listen, I want y'all to drop in the chats. This guy's dropping gems. Precision made creations. Precision made creations. Let me get it right. I don't want you to, get me. But yo, we're going to drop a link in the description so you can see all of his merch, see where everything is at, because I promise you, you're going to see me rock this. And I like what you said about when you rock this, just think about that we were created to create at the end of the day. And I'm a creative. My girl, she always said, you a creative. And I'm like, nah, I don't like that word because everybody's a creative or a content creator. But at the end of the day, when you are creative and innovative, that's at the end of the day, that's what you are. You're creative. Bro. So I'm definitely going to rock this. I appreciate the merch, man. And, for me, we're still going to get into the conversation. I think that now you have the leverage. Man, you can go any direction you want to go. So for that, what's next? I know you got the third location, but what is it that Omar says, am I going to retire in a couple of more years? Am I going to, be behind the chair? Because, you got bars. You get cut. You got the bar. Like, what's next for PMC?
Woo. So I think next is the key to the city, man. Next is the key to the city. That's what I'm working for. I want to be able to be the pioneer of the city to where people call and be like, hey, we need to be steered in the right direction. Who's that guy to call? You know what I mean? Wow. So for me is that, again, I want to live in God's purpose, and I just want to be able to empower and steer people the right direction. You know what I mean? So,
I love that.
Other than that, man, bro, to be honest, it's crazy, bro, because I'm just enjoying the journey, brother. Like I just go day by day. We do plan on going global. We're working on something in Mexico, so that's something really, really cool. And man, I would say we're looking for 10 locations. You know what I mean? 10 locations worldwide. And eventually maybe even a school, you know what I mean? Who knows? We're just kind of just enjoying it. But Other than that, we got community events. We got a lot of events that I'm gonna invite you as well,
I would love
and
to.
invite everybody here watching.
I would love
But
to.
man, we're constantly just working on how can we impact the city through our haircuts, bro.
I got
So,
you.
and not only that, not only myself, I'm just the pioneer opening doors. And when I open a door, I call the team. Hey guys, the door's open. Let's go. You know what
I
I mean?
love that. I love that. So you have so much, you have access to so much. And I like the fact that you have, the keys that you say you want the keys to the city. But I feel like once you're a business owner and you're successful as you are, you got the keys. You got the keys. So can you tell me a little bit more about the PMC community? How's that been? What's that like? As it relates to what you're trying to do with that community digitally.
Yeah, so with the PMC community, shout out to all the PMC community members out there.
Let's go.
So with that, brother, it was just I constantly was getting reached out and saying, "Hey, man, like," so I was posting stories because I like to go. I promote more on Instagram more and more anything because I feel like Instagram is more worldwide. You know what I mean?
Sure.
A bigger area, especially in the industry and whatnot.
Yeah.
So as I'm constantly walking people through the journey, I realized that a lot of people were reaching out and asking me like, "Hey man, like, so where's this at? Or where'd you get this? Or hey, what do you think about that?" or whatnot. So I'm like, man, you know what? If there's people out there that really care about what I'm doing, I'm gonna share with them. You know what I mean? Because to me, at the end of the day, is that's what this is for. You know what I mean? Like things are to be able to be shared and help others along the way, right?
Absolutely.
That's what the key to success is. Help others along the way. So
Right.
I created a community. It was actually 2 weeks ago where I created a community, and literally that first day, 100 members joined. Boom! It was crazy, which I was in shock. So with this PMC community, I'm dropping nuggets, I'm dropping empowerment, I'm dropping motivation because at the end of the day, I want people to feel like they're a part of something. And not only that, I want to help them not create the mistakes that I created whenever I started. So not only am I dropping the locations where I shop at, how do I do it, maybe the hiring process, but it's a lot of things that as we're growing, I'm going to be able to drop with them. So the people that do become a part of a community member are getting the all exclusive. Before I drop the videos, they
Love
see
that.
before this
Love that.
and all of that, bro. So
Love
they're
that.
just enjoying that.
I'm about to be a part of the PMC
Let's
community.
go.
I'm about to
My
tap
guy.
in. About
Let's
to
go,
tap
let's
in.
go.
I think it's great, man. You have so for some of you that don't know, it's kind of weird doing this episode because when I seen Omar PMC, it was like fresh out of high school, had a line out the door, a gang of clientele just as a regular barber, if you will. But now he's in the seat, mature, even more mature, right? You're a motivational speaker, as you know, even in
thank
this
you, brother.
podcast
Thank you,
episode.
thank you.
And so to see you transition to where you are today, it's like, man, I'm not talking to the Omar I knew. This is a totally different guy. It's like crazy. I'm so proud of you though, man.
Thank you,
Like
brother.
I really mean that. I'm proud of
man.
you. I think that you have a lot of people looking up to you that may not even tell you, young and old. And with
thank you,
that,
brother.
what is like the age group that you have that's like, yo, man, I want to be a part of the team. I want to be a part of your community. What's that age group like for you?
So I would say, especially right now, shout out all the barber school owners around here, because I think I made a really good relationship with all these school owners
For sure.
that are constantly like telling people like, hey, this is the barbershop that you want to work at or whatever. So I would say it's anywhere from about, I would say any mid about 17 to 25, and then also 40 to 45, bro. It's crazy.
Wow, two different
because
generations.
I've seen a lot of older gentlemen realize, man, I'm working 9 to 5s constantly when I could be making so much more money being a barber. So I have a little bit of the age gap
I got
between the high school and young, like 20s,
Yeah.
and then a little bit 35 to 45, which is crazy. But
That's
yeah,
crazy. Does that feel weird though? Like
it does, bro, because for me, growing up very respectful, like imagine an older gentleman like talking you very respectfully and
Yeah.
looking up to you. It's just
Yeah.
it's a little weird, you know what I mean? But it's really cool to see how with what you do, you can impact other people's lives. It doesn't matter the age,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, nah, you're right. It doesn't matter the age. And I think that more and more, the more successful you become, the more people want to be a part of what it is that you're doing. And I always say, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And when they see that you care for not just your team, but the community, and that's the secret. If you wanted to open up a shop and any community that you in, it doesn't matter the city, the fastest way to grow your barbershop is get locked in with the community. That's the secret. I know a lot of people don't know that, but that's the secret. Get locked in with the community and build those relationships. But for me, I see what you're doing, and I think that, I mean, I give you 5 years, bro, and you're gonna be able to hang it up. You won't have to.
Thank you,
You
brother.
you can cut if you want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But it will be one of those things that you've done so much within the community and the cities that your shops and your locations are in. You could go whichever direction, bro.
Yes, and I want to touch bases on exactly what you said, bro.
Yeah.
How you said about it's a secret, and
Yes.
man, that's a hidden gem. You know what I
It's
mean?
a
That a
hidden
lot
gem.
of people don't know, and a lot of people ask me that, bro. How are you finding all these barbers? How
Yeah.
are you constantly staying busy? How are you growing? Man, you just got to get connected with the city, because at the end of the day, when you reach out to the city and the city knows what you bring to the table and what you do for the city,
Yeah.
for the community, that's whenever they open the doors. And guess what? That's where they're going to talk about, hey, so and so is over here.
Sure.
Go check these people out. Go ahead and do this. So that's really cool. I actually want to highlight, bro, that we're actually one of the first barbershops in history to not only do a show up at Peterbilt Motors, but they also made us a DISD partners. So we're actually a part of the community. Shout out to Den ISD for
love
making
that.
us the official barbershop of Den, Texas. So
Wow.
yes, sir.
Yo, shout out to
Yeah.
PMC Barbershop.
Let's go.
Yo, that's major.
Yeah, man.
So how did that happen? Was it just you just got tapped in? You kept going to the
Yes, brother. So I think for me, it was more of having a team that believed in what I believed in, and they were rocking with me. You know what I mean? Because that's what. Shout out to the team at PMC, all of them. And with that, bro, they reached out to us and they said, "Hey, man, we're thinking about doing a community event, back to school. We're giving away free haircuts, right?" So with that, I was like, "Man, I'm all on board. Like, I really want to give back, because to me, it was
Yeah.
like I'm a Den local." This is me. I have to do this because I want to do this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it just we connected. Last year we gave about 180 haircuts, bro, in one day with between me and a couple of barbershops, a couple of other barbershop from other barbers
I got
came
you.
and involved. And actually this year we're thinking about, well, we're actually gonna do it every year. We're doing it a thing to where back to schools, where we provide over 5,000 backpacks, where we provide gifts
good.
for the kids. I brought a DJ out there. We brought they do physical for the kids. So
Wow, that's
for me,
major.
the way I got locked in, it was just, hey, if I could be here and if I could give back, let me take care of the haircuts parts. I'll do everything, and you guys worry about collecting everything else. So with that, they were like, man, like now we got this guy on board, and man, let's make it happen. So
So now the city gets the benefit
so
from you
now
wanting
this
to get it.
exactly, and
That's
then the
so
barbers too. The barbers, the whole team are like, bro, like it's beautiful to see how we can impact the kids, bro. Because not only there's a lot of moms out there, a lot of parents that are struggling. Because
Yeah.
man, at the end of the day, we're in a crisis right now, bro, and not a lot of people can afford haircuts.
That's true.
So for us to be able to just give back and invite those people and create events for those type of kids, we just had one last week where it was actually funny. It was a Copa Familia where they do an event where they bring the community together and they play soccer. So we pull up and a lot of kids are like, let me get a haircut, let me get a haircut. So you have like 40 kids we're not even done setting up, and kids are like, can I get a haircut? Just messing with us. So for me, bro, I'm like, man, we got to set up because we got to be ready by 9. I tell them, if you guys score 3 goals, come back and let me know, and I'll go ahead and cut your hair. Bro, we had 30 kids come back and talking about we scored, and they really did score.
really
So it was
scored.
cool, bro,
Wow.
to be able to do that. That's also a part of DISD, man. So for us, bro, that was the key to the city as well within that reach. And now we're going to be doing it as well. We're actually going to be doing it in Braswell, and then we're going to be doing it in LaGrone, bro. So it's really, really
it,
cool, man.
Well, man, listen, I want to be a part of what you're
Let's do
doing,
it.
bro.
Let's do
You
it.
know what I mean? I do. And not just being a part, but I just love the positivity that I feel and just the motivation that I feel from you, bro. And I'm just excited. I'm gonna come to one of your locations just
Let's
to
do
check
it.
you out and see what you got going, man. I am very, very, very excited for what you're doing,
Well,
bro.
not only that, but maybe we can even have a possible seminar, bro. Because an entrepreneur like yourself,
Yeah.
a lot of the backstories that you know, bro, I would love to have you there. So,
Man, there ain't no possible. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen,
and
man.
it's crazy how you said. I also want to highlight how you said, man. I remember when PMC used to have a line out the door whenever we were when we started.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, bro, because a lot of people now that I'm a booked up barber, right? And a lot of people say, bro, like you're always booked up, and I'm like, bro, but you don't. I wish you knew.
Yep.
Going back in
Yep.
the day, how
Yep.
I never took appointments. Remember that? Like
I
I was always
remember.
like, bro, I'm a
Yep.
walk-in barber. We had 15 people there, and I'm
Yep.
like, hey, if I can't get you, let my man get
Yep.
you. It was just like,
It was
let's keep it going, right?
But now you're a book barber. Like they probably can't even get in your chair, man. How much is your haircuts?
So right now haircuts are 70. They start at 70. By the end of the year, I will be at $100. So the reason why is because, man, I just got a lot of things going on, and I want to be. I want to just have 2 or 3 days to cut at the end of the day. So that's why. And at the end of the day, so with you guys that are watching, is as you grow, you're going to have people fall off, right? Because a lot of people are not going to be able to afford your haircuts.
Yeah.
But that's also going to open up a lot of space for other people, right?
That's right.
So eventually that's how you're able to increase your
Would you say,
charge.
yeah, not to cut you off, would you say to that point, as you expand and as you see your schedule booked up, it's time to go up on your price point? So that way you could knock some more room on your schedule, because some barbers just like stay at a certain price point and they like being booked. But I say if you are a book barber, you can have the room to go up. Is that your model? Is that your business model? Or are you just like, no, I put in the work, I've paved the way, it's time for me to go up? Which direction are you going in with that?
For me, bro, it's like since I'm expanding and I'm continuously opening up barbershops, I need more time to be able to make sure that every shop is taken care of. So I need to dedicate certain times to that. So I won't be able to be behind the chair, because if you're constantly behind the chair, you can't take care of everything else,
Can't
right?
take
So
everything else,
for
yeah.
me, brother, the way that I did it was, and this is something that I can encourage to all the upcoming barbers, right? Is that build, build, and then after that, go up on your prices, right? And then from there, you could be selective and also be able to service a certain clientele. For me, the way that I did it, the reason why I went up on my prices is because I wanted to make sure that all my barbers were getting fed. Not only that, whenever I was charging 40 and I went to 60, guess what? Those $60, people couldn't afford that. So the $40 paying clients, I was feeding them to my barbers. You know what I mean?
That's
So
good.
it was just kind of like a butterfly effect, a snowball effect, to where I was like, as I grow up, and yes, like most people probably can't pay my price,
Yeah.
but a lot of people still need haircuts. Guess where they're gonna go? They're gonna go to my barbers,
your
and they're
barbers.
trained by me, so they know they're gonna get right. So
Wow. Well, look, man, before we get out of here, I want you to do me a favor and encourage inspiring barbers, those that want to be on your level, those that have a dream to be just this barber in the industry that's doing some amazing things. Can you just kind of encourage those before we shut out this episode?
all right, so I would say that if you're actually thinking about jumping, jump. Don't be scared to jump, because the reward of jumping is going to be 100 times bigger than what you think of. Don't set your mind to where you feel like you can't do it. Try it and always look back. How can I do better? Don't be that person that says, I'm too scared to try it. I'm too scared to jump. I encourage you to try it. I encourage you to be the better version of yourself. And the key to success is giving. Give more, and always trust in God, because He is the answer.
Yo, it's been another episode of More Than Your Barber. I am so excited about this. I hope you come into the next episode. It's going to be great. Let's go. Hey, yo, check this out. If you like this episode, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe down below. We got amazing content coming your way. Stay tuned for more. Let's go.